Welcome back to the deep dive. So if you've been online much lately, you've probably run across these ads for the FitSleeps wristband. You know, the one that's got this like incredibly bold marketing hook, a 100% wake-up guarantee.
Yeah, that definitely catches your eye, 100%.
Right. So our mission today really is to dig into that. We're using the sources you send us to figure out, well, is this claim based on solid science? Is it just, a scam? Or maybe something else, like a decent product that just depends entirely on the user.
Well, let's start with how they sell it. It's very targeted, marketed by heavy sleepers, specifically for heavy sleepers. And they throw in that big confidence booster, the 100-night risk-free trial. Plus, they mention having, over 35,000 happy customers?
Yeah, it sounds pretty convincing up front, makes it tempting if you're struggling to wake up.
Definitely lowers that barrier to trying it.
Okay, but that confidence, it starts to look a bit shaky when you peek behind the curtain. That's where we see the red flags. They talk about a 99% success rate from testing, like 500 heavy sleepers. But our sources, they point out there's just zero transparency, no independent lab results you can actually look at. And they're super vague about how vibration intensity is even measured. How do you guarantee 100% if you don't explain the how?
Well, and this is the fascinating part. While the marketing might be questionable, the actual core idea, the technology,
Yeah.
it's conceptually sound. We do have peer-reviewed studies that show these wristband alarms, the ones using vibrotactile stimulation.
Meaning waking you up with vibration, basically,
Oh.
touch.
Exactly. They can be really effective. And often they give you what researchers call a pleasant yet arousing transition from sleep.
Arousing, meaning you wake up feeling, well, less like you've been run over, not groggy.
Precisely. Continuous vibration tends to result in higher arousal ratings. For you, the user, that means less of that awful sleep inertia, that grogginess we all hate. So the science exists. But applying it, that's where things get tricky.
Because it depends so much on messy individual stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like what stage of sleep you're in.
Absolutely. Deep sleep versus REM sleep makes a huge difference in how much stimulation you need.
And then there's, like, did you put it on right? Is the strap tight enough? Did you even remember to wear it?
All of that. And this gap, between the concept and the actual day-to-day use, it shows up big time in the user reviews. You look at places like Trustpilot, and the feedback is, well, it's all over the place.
So some people are thrilled.
Yeah, you get comments like, wakes me every morning calmly, exactly what they promise. But then
you get the horror stories.
right, complaints about straps being too loose, so they miss alarms, or missing chargers,
Yeah.
devices being hard to program.
Or even people calling it a dropship scam, meaning they suspect it's just cheap, generic tech being resold at a markup, not some proprietary breakthrough.
Exactly that. The inconsistency in quality control kind of suggests the product might not have the sophisticated R&D behind it that the price implies.
Speaking of price, it's about $55 on sale, usually $79.
Around there, yeah. And look, despite the issues, for a very specific group of people, it might actually be worth it. If you are a really heavy sleeper, or you absolutely cannot risk waking a partner, or maybe you have some hearing loss.
Then that silent vibrating alarm could be genuinely valuable. You're paying a premium, but for a solution others don't offer.
Or fills a niche. So yeah, putting it all together, the underlying tech, the vibration wake-up, there's real data there. It's not an outright scam in that sense. But is it a miracle device? Definitely not. It can work, but it's very conditional on you, on the fit, maybe even on the specific unit you get.
Right, so that's the key takeaway for you listening. You're paying extra for a very specific kind of solution, and whether it delivers on that guarantee, well, depends heavily on the device itself and how perfectly it interacts with your body and habits.
Which leads to maybe a final thought for you to chew on. That 100% guarantee, given the lack of shared quality data, is it truly a promise about performance? Or is it really just a safety net or return policy? Think about it. Is avoiding one loud, disruptive morning alarm worth investing in something whose success is so personal and maybe a bit unpredictable?